Hey everybody, it's Sunday, April 20, I should have checked, 20 something. I don't know, it's Sunday. I just got back a little while ago from my daughter's competition up in LA, Huntington Beach area, where their team took first place on the championships. Awesome. So I came back early while they did a last performance up there and was doing a little bit of work, and I thought I'd do an update and also show you a couple of the experiments I was kind of doing. I'm not going to lift the tank lids right now, but I did lose 5 of the 15 tilapia I got. I just think it was just too cold for them still. They were the Monto whatever African style, and they don't like cold temperatures under 60, and we're still getting in the 50s at night, and so the water in the tank's dropping down below low 60s. So I don't know, you know, you get a batch of fish, you got some that are just not hardy enough, and yeah, I lost 5 so far, and I got them last week, so within a week. So I expect that. I'm not worried about that. Other fish are doing well. I need to wash. All this white's getting dirty. Anyway, here's the tomato plants. You can see, I know they're up so high up on the benches, but they're eye level now. This is the best one, doing real well. I've been pruning back the lower branches, and they all got fruit going here. I've been shaking them and tickling them, make sure they pollinate. And man, I love the smell of tomato plants. I don't know why, but yeah, I got lots of flowers, and I've been, you know, tickling them, trying to make sure they get pollinated, hoping they ripen up soon so we can eat them. It's starting to turn a little orange there, I hope. More up here. So we got all our tomatoes doing well. Haven't seen anything produced on the beefsteak yet, but I need to get it supported so it's going more upright. And then down here, these are recent plants, so I should have marked these, but I think this is cauliflower, I think this is broccoli. It looks like they're doing okay. This is, I don't know. Damn, I really should mark my plants, huh? It's either a cantaloupe or a, I'm trying to think what else we buy. We have watermelon over there that I haven't really planted yet. It came from a pack from Home Depot, and it's not doing that great. And I have another one over there. So we'll wait and see what happens. Zucchini is doing awesome, and they're too close together. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and move these all down one and put gap in between the two. And God, this one's just been flowing too fast, and it just rubs up against there. I'm gonna have to put a longer pipe on there to make sure, cause you can see it kind of, when it dribbles out, kind of bounces over. So I need to cut another pipe. It's in there too tight right now, but I'm gonna need to cut another pipe to make sure it gets down in there, so I don't have the algae growing here and it doesn't dribble out like this. So, but yeah, back to the zucchini. They're doing great. I tried to pollinate these two. I hope I got it pollinated. Just in case, I'm used to doing that from the greenhouse. We didn't have any bugs or bees to pollinate for me in the greenhouse. So, you know, it really sucks when we get a male plant and you don't get a female one at the same time. So, hoping these bloom tomorrow and I have a male, female, so I can yeah, mate them. Peas are still growing, but no peas yet. I had a problem with that, and I still have a problem. No, I moved the hose from this one over. This hose seemed to got clogged at the inlet, so I have to shut this pipe down here sometime and clean that out. But right now, since this is empty, I went ahead and moved its hose over. So I had a little period of no water there, and that kind of stunted it. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. And the bell peppers are doing good. I'm trying to make sure they get pollinated as well. You know, tickling the plants, vibrating the plants, whatever. Because we got a lot of flowers here, but make sure they get pollinated there. Cucumbers up on the top here. Getting a little bit of this in the leaves. I read the different things on there, but it's getting a lot of new growth. So in fact, I should just go ahead and pinch off the bottom leaves. I'm going to concentrate on the new growth. Same here, got a little new growth there. This one's getting a lot of new growth. This one not so much. It was the runt of the group. Spider's still here. So everything's still flowing. I've been checking them once in a while, and I've decided also, if I didn't say this before, this is what I was clamping them with before. Make sure this will pop off. I decided I'm going with these clips that I get from the hydro store. They're for clipping to posts and stuff, but that way I can take it off when I move the buckets. This makes it a little bit harder to move the bucket. Anyway, that's these guys, Dutch buckets. Go over here to our beds. Spinach, I gotta look the spinach up and see how it grows. I don't know if it's supposed to get bigger, much bigger than this. But like I said, we're starting to get warm again. No rain in sight for a while. We had a couple cool days, but it's been hot. And some of the spinach, you can see the brown leaves have been yeah. So these leaves look a little bit yellow. I have been putting in seaweed extract and iron, and that's why these are looking pretty good. We're thinking they'd get a little bit bigger before I start eating them. This is that other plant that matched the one over there. They came in a pack. I just threw them in here, but they're not doing too well. I probably picked a bad one. And basil's doing well. These are just some suckers, and they're rooting, so I'm keep them in there. I'll remove that bottom leaf. And this is some watermelon I gotta get them planted, otherwise they're gonna just go bad like this. Might be too late for that one. And this is the kale. Kale's doing well. Got some bottom leaves turning yellow. Just on that one though, the rest of it are pretty good. Here's some over here. So a little bit longer and we'll start harvesting that. We'll probably start harvesting it anyway when we start thinning it out and put it in our smoothies. Strawberries, these aren't really producing quite yet. We're getting some flowers. These are supposed to be ever-bearing, so I'm hoping they start producing soon. These ones that produce and stop are doing pretty good. I'm probably gonna munch on these later. I can't wait to get another tube going on the other side so we can get a lot of strawberries at once. It's kind of hard to make a smoothie with 1 or 2 strawberries at a time. But one of the experiments I did start, this is all our greens, with an exception of a tomato I put in there, a sucker, and it's rooting. Get back in there. So I just kind of threw it in there, see if I can get it to root. The one experiment was, I put in 1 lettuce and 1 romaine over here. It's a bad leaf, and get rid of it. Over here, about the same time I put them in here, trying to get it, see what is better for them, DWC or the ebb and flow. And evidence points. It's definitely DWC. They were both seeded at the same time. They were put in here at the same time. So runts and doing quite well. So another experiment kind of is, I had a pipe in here to, like this one, lift this one up the water level until the roots were down the water. Then I removed the pipe. I'm gonna go in here and see if you guys can see. The water level is still kind of high. It's still up inside the root pots, as you can see over there. So I might try to pop the standpipe out and lower it a little bit more. These ones, oh, those are just kales I just put in there. But the romaines, and you can also see, and this one's all the way up. I meant to lower this one down, but it's, with 1 inch to the top, so the roots are pretty much all submerged on this one. They're doing well. And this one has the best air stone. It has like a 5-inch long air stone, and the whole thing is producing air. So this kind of confirms the other thing I've been reading about, is aerate your DWCs, either by dropping the water and giving the roots some air, because they will form different type of roots that are in the air to grab air. And I heard that works well, so that's why I was going to lower the water here. But best air bubbles, air stones in here, and you can see how well this is butter crunch. See how well it's growing. And over here, this air stone kind of sucks. It only had, I don't know if we can see it here. Yeah, there's the air stone. You can see only the one end is producing bubbles, so it's not getting as much air as this one over here. And minus this kale, weak ass kale here, but you can see it's not as well producing as those in here. And all this went in at the same time. It also went in the day before a heat wave, so, and that kind of crushed a few things. That's why I think the iceberg is not doing us well, because it's here on the end and gets the most direct sun. But the romaine here is still doing fine. Again, this is a weak ass kale that I just threw in here. Let's see what happens with it. But this is iceberg lettuce, and maybe it's also the weakest of the lettuces. You know, that's good strong lettuce over there, and this is kind of just weak. But it's got a smaller air stone, but doing quite well in the bubble department. It's a 3-inch stone and producing lots of air in there. So I think if I had the same type of lettuce, and maybe this had a little bit more shade, it'd probably do better. So maybe I might put a little shade across here once I get more. We're trying to decide on a bid for the fence over here. First guy was a no-show after I told him to go, so we're getting new bids, and they're a little bit higher than that guy. Maybe that's why he didn't want to do it for the price he quoted. So, and I got all the feed pretty much up on this side, ready to go. I just got to work on the drain now, and we'll start getting this side going. And once the fence is up, I'll get some shade cloth going across here, and that will help the lettuce. I'm hoping to grow quite a few more batches in here before it gets too hot. Oop, don't want my pliers to fall in the water. I've seeded another batch of all three. Some of this is not. I wish I would have marked this stuff. This might be romaine. This might be the butter crunch. This might be romaine little green. You know, I'm starting to think of that's what it is. I don't know. Yeah, I need to mark things better when I put them in. I know that is romaine red, cimarron. And I even pulled off the red tabs out here to reuse them, being a dummy that I am. But there you go. That's the update of all the systems. Everything is going well. I think I posted last video was the top off system, and I've already released that water and filled it up again. And it's now aerating with the stone, and it's been a couple days, so I'll be releasing that water into the system yet. So we're pretty good. Lemons, got some yellow leaves there, so, but it's still moist down here. I might go ahead and top off and do a little top watering. But yeah, as long as it's moist down here, it means there's still water down in the reservoir. So yeah, I'll bring the hose over here and top it off, make sure. And yeah, and the worm composter, we're getting some worm tea. So I'll probably take some of that worm tea, dilute it, and give it to my lemons here. And so yeah, there's not much more to tell you. So I'm gonna go inside and cool off. I'll let you leave you with our kitty cat Stormy. Meow. Mango's over there. Watch your step, Stormy. Meow. And Mango, oh, he sees a lizard. We have so many lizards around here, and they love just sitting here watching the lizards. So that's it for today. This clip and the update, and I'll see you in a couple days or a week with another one. What do you guys want? I fed you. So be happy, enjoy your gardening. Yeah. And I'll talk to you guys next time.